The odd thing is that Crocs just hasn't really came through as far as the stock price goes. So the fundamentals in this. Welcome back in YouTube. Today we're going to talk about Crocs, not the alligator, but the shoe company here. So this is one I've been taking a look at a few different times. And now after digging into it on a live stream, it's time to really look at this company as a whole, as it does seem fairly reasonably priced here, and not their shoes, but their business model. So let's get into it. So scrolling through here, you can see that most of these shoes are pretty reasonably priced, but when you look at the material, it looks just like rubber. It looks like they should have great margins, and they do have great margins. I just checked. From a valuation standpoint, Crocs trades very much below sector median, so that could tell you that there's definitely some value there. It is outgrowing the competition by a very large margin as well. I mean, look at that EBITDA growth year over year is at 102%. Revenue growth is at 61% versus sector median at 22%. Obviously, valuation is undervalued, it seems. When we look at analyst forecasts for the next 12 months on Crocs, we can see here that we have a low of $59 and then a high of $210. So very contrasting opinions on the company. When we look at their growth rate, we can see here that, they're going to have, it looks like they're going to close out 2022 pretty strong here with projected growth of 55% and still maintain double-digit growth through 2026. That's pretty impressive when you consider 2021 and 2022 were pretty strong years for the company. Double-digit growth over the next 5 years is pretty realistic for the company. So guys, I'm going to be pretty conservative in my growth rate. Over the next 3 years, I'm projecting them to do about 12%, 3 through 6, 9%, and then 6 through 10, we're going to say that they come down pretty big and only grow about 4%. So when we look at top line revenue growth going from basically $1 billion in revenue in 2018 all the way up to $2.5 billion in trailing 12 month, they're definitely growing that top line. Along with top line, they are absolutely doing a good job bringing it through their free cash flow. As last year's free cash flow was one of its biggest years at $511 million coming through on free cash flow, which is actually double the year prior, more than double the year prior. So that's pretty impressive stuff. The odd thing is that Crocs just hasn't really came through as far as the stock price goes. So the fundamentals in this company are getting stronger year by year, as I just broke it down to you. Whether you want to talk about cash flow, you want to talk about top line revenue growth, they're really not adding any shares to the market as well. So everything with this company is getting stronger by the year, but yet the stock price has went from 170, call it $180 all the way down to 58. Actually, technically the 52-week high is 183.88 and the 52-week low is $46. So it seems that it is undervalued by Yahoo standards. Now, I'm going to dive into this and give you what I think. When we look at the value of the company throughout history, this is wild, guys. Look at the market cap. It went from 7.2 to 8.8 to 7 down to 4 down to 2.9. And as the company is actually getting stronger, what is happening? The market cap is getting weaker. Just a little bit crazy here. Look at the trailing PE. Just coming down year after year. I mean, this thing is trading pretty cheap overall from every kind of spectrum I'm looking at here. Forward PE, once again, historically low. Price to sales, which I really don't like, but that's historically low. Price to book, and the EV to revenue and EV to EBITDA are extremely low. So this is going to be a tough one to price out because you want to be very conservative in your estimates here, as it's traded at a 40 plus EV to EBITDA. I'm definitely not going to use that. We're going to use the sector median here. We have an EV to EBITDA of 8.5 and a sector median of 8.7. I'm going to use 8 and 9 as kind of the jumping off point here. So guys, for me, Crocs is at a very, very interesting point here. $65 is definitely where I can get interested in Crocs. And as we saw, it's trading at $58 as we speak. So already I'm starting to see that Crocs could be a pretty good deal here, guys. We're using a 9 times multiplier here. So we got $65, call it $66 as a target price here with a double-digit return. You know, the stock valuation could be upwards of 155 in 2030 using an 8 times multiplier. And this is being very conservative, guys, by the way. This is being very conservative. We're actually at 58.23 and a $137 price target, where it's basically trading exactly where that is right now. So when I look at this, guys, I think that there is some value in Crocs here. It's just not coming through on the market for whatever reason. Not sure why that is. Sometimes it takes a while for these companies to have the fundamentals really shine through. But if it can sustain double-digit growth here, guys, I think the price discovery will happen with this stock eventually. And if it dips back to the 40s again, guys, I'm going to be probably nibbling at this one. I think this 58 price target, that where it's at right now, is about right if you want double-digit growth. For me, I'd probably be a little bit more greedy on this one and wait for it to dip down, as the market hasn't responded well to this one, so I'd want to build extra safety. As always, guys, appreciate your time. Hopefully you enjoyed my dive into Crocs here. Definitely an interesting company. Has a brand that's pretty much, it has a brand that's growing and people are interested in. People that love them, and it's just some serious loyalty there for their brand. So I think it has a bright future. Not really a fan of the style of shoe that they have, but you know, it is what it is. People are buying it, and I'm interested in their business. So as always, guys, appreciate your time. Thank you so much for spending it with me, and we will see you next time, investors. Peace.